What's up, MX fam, and welcome back to the MX Update channel. The drama in the sport right now is off the charts. As we head into the Unadilla National, we've got three stories that are all demanding our attention. First, a fan favorite is making his big return, but his physical condition is a question mark. Second, the controversy from Ironman is far from over as we have new details and Jett Lawrence's own unfiltered opinion. And third, a major Team USA announcement for the Motocross of Nations has a defiant young gun firing shots at the international competition. We're going to break down every single detail. This is the full unfiltered story of what's happening in motocross, and it's a chapter you won't want to miss. Let's start with the biggest news heading into Unadilla. Roczen is back. The German native's last race was all the way back in late April at the Pittsburgh Supercross, where he pulled out of the season with damage to his right ankle and a nagging shoulder injury. It was a tough end to what was, at times, a brilliant season that saw him capture a win at the legendary Daytona Supercross and land 7 podiums in 15 main event starts. The injuries he was dealing with were a major setback, and many wondered if we'd see him on the outdoor circuit at all. Well, we got our answer this week. Roczen took to Instagram with a simple but very to-the-point message that perfectly captured his aggressive, no-nonsense spirit. Well, I'm gonna come race Unadilla next weekend, grinning face with big eyes, F# it. Asterisk. This isn't the first time we've seen Ken make a late-season comeback. Last year, he returned from injuries and finished a respectable 7-6 for 7th overall at this very track. But this is a track that truly belongs to Roczen. He has won the overall at Unadilla 3 times in the Premier class and boasts an incredible record of 5 total podiums in just 10 total starts here. The track's natural terrain and classic European feel seem to perfectly suit his style. The big questions now are, what is his true physical condition, and will his sheer talent and history at this track be enough to overcome the time he has spent off the bike? The HEP Suzuki team will be looking to him to deliver a strong performance as they build momentum for the rest of the year. Next, we have to talk about the controversy that is still buzzing from Ironman. We have new details and a direct response from Jett Lawrence himself on the 1-lap penalty he received for jumping the gate. According to the AMA Pro Motocross Rulebook, specifically section 1.8.9, jumping or fouling the gate may result in a penalty of 1 lap or disqualification. On the broadcast, AMA Director of Racing Mike Pelletier was clear in his explanation, stating that it's a set penalty in the rulebook, and a rider who gains any sort of early advantage by jumping the gate, even a marginal one, is subject to it. He emphasized that the rule is in place for fairness, and that all teams are aware of it. However, Jett's perspective, which he shared in a post-race press release, is a bit different. Jett said, "I tried some new things with my stomach because I've been struggling to digest food between motos, bit of a bummer there." Then he addressed the penalty head-on, saying, "Obviously there was the incident in the first moto, which in my mind is kind of silly because I feel like AMA has double standards. We've got guys cutting the track, and they don't do anything." He continued, saying the AMA might need to get better at realizing who they need to penalize. This is a powerful statement. While Jett ultimately came back to win the second moto, the penalty cost him a chance at the overall, and dropped his points lead over his brother, Hunter, to just 47 points. The debate now is whether the rule is too black and white. Should officials have more discretion when a rider gains no actual advantage? Jett's comments about double standards are fueling a larger conversation about consistency in officiating. It's a debate that will surely continue through the rest of the season. Finally, let's talk about the biggest team announcement of the year, the official lineup for Team USA at the Motocross of Nations. Deegan is officially IN, and he wasted no time in shooting down his critics. For those who were still questioning why he didn't race last year at Mandalay Basin, Deegan addressed the issue head-on in his latest vlog. He explained that the reason he couldn't attend was because he needed wrist surgery to remove screws. He fired back at the critics saying, "Last year people still run their mouth, but they are probably broke, that's why." This is exactly the kind of confident, take-no-prisoners attitude that makes Deegan a perfect fit for the team. He also sent a clear message to the international competition, saying he is excited to race the GP riders and see what they got. This is a direct challenge to top MX2 riders like De Wolf, Konen, Langenfelder, and Adamo. Deegan continued with a confident assessment, saying, "It's huge to get selected for that. To do it on a 250, there's only one guy gets selected for it, so yeah, I'm excited." With the Motocross of Nations being held on US soil at Ironman this year, the pressure is on. But with a stacked team that also includes championship veterans Eli Tomac and Chase Sexton, this Team USA lineup is poised to be a dominant force. Deegan's enthusiasm and defiance are the perfect emotional fuel for this squad, and it's clear he is ready to do whatever it takes to bring that coveted Chamberlain trophy back home.